So everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Here's Carter now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to take over on offense, and we see them led out by their veteran quarterback in his 11th season in the NFL, but first in the Lone Star State, Tyrod Taylor.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Play action, now Taylor. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Taylor to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Taylor will throw again. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Steps away. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Here's Taylor to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try to get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there for the Bills. They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 5. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Taylor. Short throw to Dissly.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now on 2nd and 16. Taylor. And his pass incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They will run with Singletary. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Taylor. Screen play, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been... So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take... Possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor.
And he's got Jordan complete right side.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Taylor on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now it's Taylor.
He'll check this down to Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep for Diggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Titans with the lead in the 2nd quarter of play. Julio Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the 1st half for the Texans. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the 2nd half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, just It's likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Let's take it into the bouncing area. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this is no good. Boy, that didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Carter now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Left side here to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And, this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bills to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59. Yeah. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Watch QB zone. Watch QB zone.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 59 Mike, check.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. More in here before the quarter breaks. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It got his man complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Grenard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a run with Singletary. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down. And now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag.
Let's go! Let's go!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. The spot of the football going to remain right where it is. The Texans offense ready to go here for their... Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety.
All over you!
Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that will be incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 2. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Taylor and the Texans down by 12. 1:50 to play.
And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Taylor.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Taylor.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that is caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense taking over again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Johnson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go play action with Taylor. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
We've seen that the deep ball's been...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this.
Come on, baby.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now Taylor on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So the drive there took 6 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.